I was gonna pull straight away. Huh? I don't know how to jump into it, but I was just gonna pull.
You don't have to pull though, just sit.
He'll have to engage you.
Huh?
He'll have to engage you.
Yeah.
Just sit. Because there's no guard.
Are you guys allowed to slam? I better find you said in the guard and all that?
Eric was in anything goes, right?
Yeah. Dude, Eric's healing on point. He was also twisting Owen like multiple times.
Oh, so what?
Twisters on Owen multiple times.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hitting that one. That'd be cool. That's what I want to get on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now there's a big line.
Only two guys can walk out with them. Walk out with them.
I can go.
Oh, so sit in the stands and watch. Correct. 100%. 100%. 100%. Just two guys in the corner, please. Whoever it is going to be, it's up to you guys.
Are you recording on?
Can you take my stuff?
So Mikey walking out with Coach Tom Knox and Cliff Sabro.
Okay, you guys can go right here. I'm going to make sure these guys are ready to go and we're moving forward.
Mikey won his first match by triangle, lost his second match by ankle lock. I'm getting ready, walking through the kitchen, got the Mullet Mafia gear on, getting loose, getting pumped up, feeling ready. Very excited right here, excited to get on the mat. I love to compete, excited to get to my leg entanglements and try to execute heel hooks, ankle locks, if I could get to the legs, obviously. Everything's available. I'm always ready to go wherever the match takes me. So I'm getting ready to step in the cage. Luckily, I've been and trained in the cage before. Did a lot of training in there frequently, was familiar with how that felt, and I think that obviously helps when going into competition, just being familiar with the atmosphere, little things like that. But ultimately, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, surroundings, you kind of don't want those to matter as much as possible. But taking some deep breaths, getting calm, looking around, looking around at my surroundings, and just trying to get in the zone. Getting loose, bouncing around, feeling confident. A lot of positive affirmations going on in my head right now. So I get into the single leg X, transition to an X guard here, and I'm trying to load him up and off balance him, get to the saddle, but he kind of sits back on his butt in an interesting position, and I end up switching my foot position and transitioning to butterfly ashi.
Look for the Isaac foot lock.
Get your foot out, Matt. Get your foot out. Clear your foot first.
So I make sure I do a good job of trapping the foot. I get to butterfly ashi, start to belly down, turn my knees out, bring my hips down, and just get a very good tight lock, and I get the tap. Yay for me. Yay. So a clip of Cliff and Josh there. We had some teammates and some coaches come out. Training partners came out to support. That's always fun. Adds energy. Saw a lot of people that I knew just from the valley. And that gets me very excited to compete. I love to show my skill. I love to represent my friends and kind of feel their energy and kind of take a little piece of them into the match with me, into competition with me. So that's always a fun thing, having your friends or having your teammates, having people that know you there. It could be a nervous thing, could make some people nervous, but I've competed long enough. Doesn't really matter what people think. Try to take the positive, focus on that, and use that energy for something that can be productive. Get to the saddle, finish the heel hook, got my second win. Do a little pointing action, recognizing my people, letting them know I see them.
You got this.
He kind of tries to come in for a knee slice. I block him, turn my knees up, go to a quick shin to shin and just try to pull that knee in. Probably kind of rushed it a little bit. Didn't have a super tight connection, just kind of rushed it and tried to pull myself into inside foot position. And we kind of get him into a loose entanglement here. And then Coach Tom Knox, my professor, gives me just some really good, simple, basic advice, which people can really underestimate. Just simple advice from coaches that don't really try to do too much. They know me, they know I know my game, they know I know what I want to play, the situations and positions I want to get into, and they're giving me useful advice for the situation. And I trust my jiu-jitsu. I don't want to get into any weird situations on the fence here. And Coach Tom Knox just gives me great advice, tells me to take the fight back and the match back to the middle of the ring so we can get away from the fence and we can just get to what I do best and just good jiu-jitsu. So I'm playing knee shield here, kind of Z guard, seeing if he wants to commit to the knee slice, kind of what he wants to do. I have a nice tight collar tie there. Just kind of blocking him, using the knee shield, seeing what passes he wants to commit to, seeing what he gives me and what's available, and then I end up getting underneath, going to reverse de la Hiva, and getting to the opposite leg and entering the saddle, where I finish. So that's the first one. Cool experience. Got a cool little belt. Get to wear that around. Brag to my son. Cannon's got a belt. I've got 2 belts, so higher on the food chain. Really proud of that. But just a fun event. Good opportunity to test my skills. I took the match, I think 2 days before, but I train hard. I feel ready. I try to stay ready. And it was a good event. It was a fun event. It's fun to have the crowds there. It's fun to have your walkout song to come out. Love the intensity, love to compete. So it was a good choice overall. You could see how some people in my position, this is my first black belt. This was my first black belt competition, my first competition as a black belt. And there's a lot of lower belts in this competition in the 8-man bracket. And you can see how some people might be nervous about that. Gives kind of a lower rank an opportunity to knock off a higher belt. And you don't really have, you know, as far as reputation goes, much to gain from that, beating a blue belt or beating a purple belt. But the adverse, that could be, you know, something semi-big. So overall, I'm confident and was confident in my game. And I wanted to go in there and I wanted to be the 559 champ. I wanted to represent the Valley. I wanted to represent my school. If somebody from the Valley has that belt in grappling, I wanted it to be, to be me or one of my teammates. So that was the goal. I was glad I got to come in, execute, do that. So yeah, that's our first video. Channel's Elite Team Eric. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, whatever you YouTube people do, and let me know what videos you might be interested in, what content you would like to see. I'm a kids coach. I coach my son. We'll probably be seeing some of my son's tournaments, some of his competitions for sure. Probably be featuring some of my teammates. Have a good group of guys around the 154 weight division. Owen Sabro, I'm gonna name everybody, huh? Owen Sabro, Samuel Halsey, Jacob Cisneros, Amar Rusan, Marty Robles. We've got a good amount of competitors that we might feature, that we might get footage from. And again, just share our experiences. Anybody out there can level up and step their game up. Anybody out there can overcome some of these obstacles and the doubts that come into play when you're gonna take a risk and put yourself out there, go to a competition, but just push yourself to the next level. So hopefully this can help some people. If you like, cool. If you don't like, so what? Yeah, we'll see where this thing goes. Not really exactly sure what we're doing. Just gonna be putting together videos week by week, day by day. Gonna try my best to keep the camera rolling, to get footage, to get things that you guys might be interested in, and ultimately things that we'll enjoy, my family will enjoy, my friends and my community will enjoy watching many, many years on down the line. So ultimately, we hope this is a positive experience for everybody. You guys like it. Want to thank again my sponsors. Want to thank my sponsor, Rayo. Really appreciate their support. Teaming up for the next few weeks for sure, for right now. Going into ADCC, and that's so appreciated. I'm very appreciative. Really feel a little burst of energy with that support. I'm ready to go represent Rayo, represent the Valley. So for the next 10 to 11 weeks, I'm preparing, and 3 of my teammates are preparing for ADCC. So that's what's going on. Hope that's a good amount, Art. I think there's some stuff you can work with. Like, subscribe. Yeah, want to thank my sponsors, 50 Fitness, out of Visalia, California. They sponsored a lot of my tournaments. They sponsor my kids. They sponsor a lot of kids in our Jiu-Jitsu program in Visalia. So I really want to thank 50 Fitness, Felix and Gracie. They do a really good job supporting their community, and just really want to thank them. Want to thank my sponsors, L&T Towing. Was a big help last year. Competition can get super expensive. Flights are expensive, fees are expensive, and to do it as frequently as we do it without those sponsors, it's almost impossible. So if you're a competitor, if you want to do it and fly to some of these different IBJJF events and whatnot, there's a lot of different affiliations, organizations, Fight to Win. It's really important that you get the people in your community to try to support you. From what I've noticed, people in your community are willing, and if you put yourself out there, they're gonna support you. So want to thank L&T Towing for their support. Rayo, dude. Rayo, we're gonna put this, get this to the next level. You get a hat just like this. Rayo in those, what are they? The lettering that comes out. I forget what it's called. The come out lettering. That'd be awesome. I hope I don't look too tired. If I am, we have to do this again because it is kind of late. Hope the background's good. It's a cool little frame, right? There's some stuff going on. Wait, that wasn't wide enough.